I am Trish Hatley, the chair of the MathCounts Board of Directors. It is my honor to welcome you to the 2026 RTX MathCounts National Competition. For more than 4 decades, MathCounts has brought students together to make learning math fun. Since we held the first MathCounts National Competition in Washington, D.C. in 1984, we have celebrated the nation's brightest young minds through the only in-person math competition of its kind. And today, we're celebrating your journey along this pathway, a journey marked by problem-solving skills, creativity, and persistence. You inspire us, and you make us proud. You will truly be the real-life superheroes of your generation. Already, MathCounts alumni have accomplished superhero feats. They have quite literally been at the forefront of AI, biotechnology, and engineering, including a MathCounts alumna engineer who is the member of the Artemis II crew that we so recently celebrated. We have some aspiring astronauts out there. So, well, MathCounts does not take the credit for the accomplishments of these alumni, but we are proud to have been a part of their superhero arcs, and we are confident that you are on a similar path. You will be the ones to tackle the world's most difficult challenges, to save the world one problem at a time. Let's clap for that, yeah. All right. Now to help lead today's program, we are fortunate to have some very special guests, some superheroes in their own right. They are Carrie Connors, Vice Chair of the MathCounts Board of Directors and the Vice President of Global Employee Communications at RTX, the title sponsor of the national competition. And we have Dr. Damian Dunlap, a mechanical engineer in the Chief Technology Office at the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Panama City, and representing DOW STEM. And Latrinda Knighton, President of the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics. And coming to the stage now, Julia Herod, President of the National Society of Professional Engineers.
I think I need to bring these thunder sticks with me everywhere I speak. That's an amazing intro. Thank you, Trish. It is my absolute pleasure and honor to be here representing NSPE, one of the founding sponsors of MathCounts. What began in 1983 has grown to reach tens of thousands of students each year in all 50 states and the District of Columbia, plus U.S. territories and overseas schools affiliated with the U.S. DOW and State Department. Mathletes, I know the path to nationals is a long one, including many months or even years of preparation and sustained success at school, local, and state levels. Many people working behind the scenes or alongside you have supported you on this journey, and we'd like to take just a moment to thank them. Yeah. I am especially excited to represent the thousands of licensed professional engineers who volunteer each year to coordinate and support in-person chapter and state competitions. Their commitment, expertise, and enthusiasm are remarkable, and I know they have inspired many future engineers. To those of you in the audience who are NSPE members, thank you for your dedication to these future engineers. Will all the NSPE members stand? NSPE members in the audience, if you'll stand. Thank you. Thank you. Mathletes, it is an honor to be here with you today. Your getting to the stage is a remarkable accomplishment, and you should be proud of yourselves. This wasn't just about getting the right answer, although that helps. It shows curiosity, it shows your persistence, your discipline, and your willingness to keep learning. I've asked Christina Llewellyn, NSPE's new executive director, who quite literally just started with us, to come up here with me and just share her enthusiasm about the program.
That's awesome. Thank you all. I'm very excited, and I truly look forward to continuing this partnership between the National Society of Professional Engineers and MathCounts. Programs like MathCounts help you build confidence in solving challenges, and that confidence matters far past today, whether your path leads into engineering.
Please join me now in thanking the major sponsors that make MathCounts possible. Title sponsor, RTX. Title sponsor, the U.S. DOW STEM. And national sponsors, Northrop Grumman Foundation, Lockheed Martin Corporation, the National Society of Professional Engineers, 3M, and Art of Problem Solving. You guys are so enthusiastic. All the supporting organizations of MathCounts, please stand to be recognized. All right. From volunteers to educators to program funders, MathCounts is a huge team effort. And speaking of teams, it is now time to recognize the great teamwork demonstrated by Mathletes during the written competition. The first awards of the morning will go to the top 10 teams based on yesterday's performance. The moment you guys have been waiting for, I will now announce teams 10 through 4. Coaches and students, if I call your state, please stand and be recognized. Ready? In 10th place, Washington. In 9th place, Illinois. In 8th place, North Carolina. In 7th place, Texas. In 6th place, New Jersey. In 5th place, Minnesota. And in 4th place, Maryland. Congratulations to these teams. And now would Trish, Carrie, and Damien please join me on stage to present trophies to the top 3 teams. The Mathletes and coach from each winning team should come to stage to receive their awards. This year's 3rd place team comes from the state of New York. The team members are Derek Chen, Alan Chi, Victor Yang, and Sale Zhang. And the coach is Joanna Cinquagrania. The 2nd place team comes from the state of California. The team members are Justin Kim, William Chow, Dylan Wong, and Max Wong, and the coach is Monica Monalescu. You guys ready for the first place team? All right. First place team, the winners of the team competition, each receiving $2,000 college scholarships, is from the state of Massachusetts. The team members are Jonas Guleth, Sholak Makund, Brandon Nee, and Max Wang, and the coach is Josh Frost. Congratulations to the Massachusetts team for this outstanding achievement. I would now like to welcome Dr. Damian Dunlap. He is a mechanical engineer, love that he's an engineer, in the Chief Technology Office at the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Panama City, and is joining us today to represent MathCount's national sponsor, DOW STEM.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Damian Dunlap, and I'm truly honored to represent the Department of War STEM, which is a proud, longtime sponsor of MathCounts. Mathematics is the universal language of science and engineering exploration. It's the fundamental tool that bridges barriers, solving the most complex problems, and enabling us to take bold, theoretical ideas out of the laboratories and launch them into the real world. Because of that, it is an absolute honor to participate in the 2026 MathCounts National Competition and meet the young professionals, people destined to be the STEM professionals of tomorrow. With the staggering pace of discovery and innovation in the world today, programs like MathCounts play an integral role in inspiring young people, such as yourselves, to invest in a strong mathematical foundation. I have seen the power of this universal language firsthand through my own engineering career. During my time as an undergraduate intern with the General Motors Racing Division, mathematics and analysis were the driving force behind the performance-enhancing developments that I developed for their drag racing program. As a graduate student intern at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, systems of mathematical equations were the foundation of the technology that I helped develop, which now enables the Perseverance rover to collect and cache samples on the surface of Mars. But the most fulfilling work that I've done as an engineer is right here within the Department of War, where I help transition and field unmanned underwater robotic systems. It's super cool to know that I played even just a small part in making sure that our sailors have the tools that make the accomplishments of their mission safer. Our Department of War labs employ nearly 300,000 scientists and engineers, and our STEM professionals who have some of the most critical and exciting jobs on the planet. Their mission is to solve tough problems, invent amazing things, and keep our country safe. But the work done in our DO labs and federal labs is about more than just defense. In fact, federal labs help to develop everyday technologies you probably recognize, like wearable fitness trackers, memory foam mattresses, and even Invisalign. From robotics and artificial intelligence to cybersecurity and aerospace, the DOW is on the cutting edge of using technology to solve global challenges. I encourage you all to explore the opportunities to continue your STEM learning journey. I invite you to take a few minutes today to visit dowstem.us. On our website, you can learn about educational programs that support STEM learning with hands-on activities, scholarships, and internships. Keep us in mind as you continue your educational journey. We hope you find pathways that might lead you to a career directly within the DOW, or alternatively, with the various academic and industry partners that are critical to moving our mission forward. Our future is certainly bright because it rests in the hands of amazing students like you. Before we move to recognize the individual achievements of some of our mathletes, we want to recognize one more team accomplishment. As you can imagine, the DOW values teamwork and understands its importance, perhaps more than any other organization. We also value the ideas of constantly improving ourselves and pushing our limits to reach our maximum capacities. It is with that in mind that I'm extremely honored to announce our Most Improved Team Award this year. This award is given to the team that demonstrated the greatest improvement this year compared to its state ranking over the last 10 years at nationals. I would like to ask the team members and coach of this year's Most Improved Team join me on stage. And that is the team from the state of Arkansas. The team members are Ryan Van, Vivek Kalyanker, Evan Ning, and Charlie Yang, and the coach is Nat Thomas. Congratulations, Arkansas. Congratulations, Arkansas. Now, taking us through our next portion of our event, please welcome Latrinda Knighton, President of MathCounts, founding sponsor, the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics.
Good morning. Sorry, I'm from the South like you guys. Thank you, Damien, and congratulations to our top teams. I am honored to represent the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics at this incredible event, and to do so in front of not only so many accomplished student mathematicians, but also so many dedicated, inspiring, and accomplished math educators. Would all of the MathCounts coaches and math educators in the room please stand to be recognized? Thank you for showing so much love to our math teachers today. Being in community with the Mathletes, your families, and fellow math educators is a special treat for me. Events like this one are a reminder of the importance of providing all students with opportunities to experience the wonder, joy, and beauty of mathematics. Educators, thank you for everything you do to make a difference in your students' lives and ensure that every student has access to student-centered mathematics instructional experiences. As educators, we know that math is so much more than numbers and equations. Doing math involves critical thinking, problem solving, reasoning, and as we've seen from some of the awards already today, collaboration, as students make connections between mathematics and the real world. I'm reminded of a quote from Dean Slichter: "Go down deep enough into anything and you will find mathematics." Math educators help students realize the lasting value math has on their lives beyond the classroom by actively engaging students in opportunities where they experience the relevance, utility, and purpose of mathematics in their daily lives. Math is especially powerful when it is relevant to students' lives and pushes them out of their comfort zone. Fortunately, Math Counts has incredible math experts who volunteer their time to write creative and complex problems that provide a fun yet fulfilling challenge, the kind of productive struggle that makes success all the more meaningful. The unique math problems are a huge part of what makes Math Counts special, and I'm proud that the question writers, reviewers, and judges base their work for Math Counts on the NCTM standards for grades 6 through 8. A few of these volunteers are here this morning. Please stand so we can recognize and thank you. Now, I would like to welcome to the stage the Executive Director of the Math Counts Foundation, Kristen Chandler, to present a special award.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So we've already given out a couple of our iconic national champion trophies to our champion team. So again, congratulations to Massachusetts. And I know that we're all very excited to learn who's going to take home the individual glass champion trophy. Right now, I get to give a special Math Counts champion trophy. And I was very worried about remembering my remarks. Now I'm worried about getting emotional. So I'm going to ask, I'm just going to put it on him, put all the attention on him. Richard Russick, would you please come to the stage? So Richard is receiving this champion award for being a champion for excellence in math education, as well as for being a champion of Math Counts, perhaps one of the biggest champions of Math Counts ever. I met Richard 25 years ago when he volunteered at my first national competition. He was an alum, and I knew him as one of those guys that kind of co-wrote that Art of Problem Solving book that was so cool. And little did I know that just a few years later, he would create the Art of Problem Solving, I'm gonna call it a company. Richard always explained to me that he wanted to be sure no child was left behind, including those kids who were looking for additional challenge, those kids who were maybe coming from areas where their schools just didn't have the resources to offer enough math courses to keep them challenged. And his vision was to make these courses available to all students and to put those online. So AOPS, I'm gonna call them AOPS, I know you guys know them as AOPS, they started out as online courses. We then went to textbooks, we then went to curriculum. We're now down an elementary school math curriculum adopted around the country. We have brick and mortar places now where students can go learn, and they have a philanthropic arm that reaches out to students in under-resourced areas. So I would venture to say that AOPS is now much more than a company, it's a movement. And I know that Richard appreciates his AOPS team. So actually, David, Patrick, and the rest of the AOPS team, if you could join us and kind of come up here too, because Richard's all about teamwork. Mentioned that he's getting this award because he's a champion for Math Counts. What you may not know behind the scenes is Richard not only personally donates to the organization, but he donates the expertise of his team, which is fabulous. So we have the OPLET database because of them. This is a major resource, especially for new coaches. Richard personally created 100 Math Counts Minis, a beloved teaching tool by both coaches and students alike. And quite honestly, Math Counts does not get through COVID without Richard. He approached us and he offered up the expertise of his team to create the ability for our students to take the chapter and state competitions online for 2 years. We had tens of thousands of students taking the event at the same time online with no disruptions, no issues, and it's because of his amazing team. So I definitely wanted them all up here too. So thank you. So this is the reason that we're giving him this Champions Award. But I also want to take this opportunity to shout far and wide and to spread the news that Richard received another amazing award for his past work, but also for his vision of the future. He recently, in December, received the Bezos Courage and Civility Award. With that award came a $5 million prize that he could direct to a nonprofit of his choice. And he approached Math Counts, and he asked if we would do our best to put his vision in place. And that vision is to have a Math Counts programs for students in grades 3, 4, and 5. So yes, so Math Counts is now working with the AOPS team to put that in place. So I'd like you to help me kind of give them a sense of the impact that they've had on all of us. I'd like to ask if you fit into any of these categories, would you please stand and remain standing? If you are a parent whose son or daughter has benefited from the AOPS materials and resources, would you please stand? If you are a coach who has used the AOPS resources and materials and has seen your students thrive under those, would you please stand? If you are a volunteer, a sponsoring organization, a member of the Math Counts team who has just so personally grown and benefited by knowing Richard and David and the team, would you please stand? And if you are a student who has had the opportunity to know Richard, David, the team, you've used all the AOPS resources, and you have just grown as a person and a mathematician, would you please stand and give it up for Richard and the team?
Thank you, everybody. It's so great to see all of our students and so many of our alumni. I was here as a student 41 years ago. It took me 41 years to get one of these. So, thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Love you guys, too. Love everybody here. I'm very much looking forward to what all these amazing students are going to do. And if you're ever wondering what to do 10, 15 years from now, Art of Problem Solving will sure be hiring. So hope to see you then. Thank you.
Richard, please allow me to join everyone again in thanking you for being such an inspirational educator and for modeling for all of us what it means to truly care about access to excellent math education. And now, I think we might be at something you guys have been waiting to hear about, right? So we are ready to announce the 12 truly outstanding problem solvers who excelled on yesterday's written competition and have qualified for a spot in this morning's countdown round. So listen carefully, competitors, if your name is called, please leave your calculators, hats, name badges, and any other personal items with your team members and come to the stage area with your coach. You will be provided with pencils and scratch paper at the contestants table. So bring your lovely, delightful selves and your coach to the stage area. You ready? Okay, here we go. I'm going to first announce the countdown round competitors, 12 through 5. The number 12 seed is Derek Chen from New York. Number 11 is Max Wang from Massachusetts. Number 10 is Sophia Chen from Indiana. Number 9 is Jonathan Yu from Nevada. Number 8 is James Stewart from Texas. Number 7 is Shaheen Samsudeen from Texas. Number 6 is Justin Kim from California. And the number 5 seed is Brandon Nee from Massachusetts. We may have a few more, right? Possibly. No, I'm teasing. Our next 2 competitors, number 4 and number 3, will each receive a bye in the first round of the countdown round. Are you ready? The number 4 seed is Arnie Bonham from Michigan. And the number 3 seed is Adwaith Zoshi from New Jersey. This year's written competition runner-up, who also earns a bye in the countdown round, is Alexander Zvoronos from Connecticut. Please welcome Alexander and his coach, Megan Williams, to the stage. And this year's written competition champion, who receives a bye in the countdown round and is the recipient of a $2,500 college scholarship, is Dylan Wong from California. Please welcome Dylan and his coach, Monica Manolescu, to the stage. Congratulations, Dylan.
Congratulations to all of our competitors. In a short while, one of you will become the 2026 national champion. I'm Carrie Connors, a member of the RTX team, a longtime partner of MathCounts. It's an honor to be here with you today. This year, we're stepping into the world of superheroes, where ordinary people discover extraordinary abilities, and big challenges call for even bigger courage. At their core, superheroes are problem solvers. They face the unknown, think on their feet, and use their unique strengths to make a difference. Sound familiar? Because that's exactly what you do. Each of you has developed your own superpower. Whether it's lightning-fast math, creative problem solving, or perseverance to keep going when a solution doesn't come right away. Just like any great hero, you didn't get here overnight. It took practice, determination, and the willingness to take on challenges that others might shy away from. You've already accomplished something extraordinary. You've worked hard and are here on this national stage because you've earned it. The world needs thinkers like you, people ready to tackle complex problems and shape what comes next. But before we look to the future, it's time for one of the most exciting moments today, the countdown round. To guide us through this high-speed showdown, I'm excited to introduce Erin Carrigan-Mitchell. As a senior manufacturing manager on the displays team at Collins Aerospace, a business of RTX, Erin turns big ideas into real-world technology, building complex systems, including the navigation and safety equipment pilots rely on every day. She's led teams, solved tough problems, and helped bring new technologies to life. But just as important, she's passionate about helping you do the same. Erin has spent years mentoring students and supporting programs like FIRST Robotics, inspiring the next generation of engineers and problem solvers. She holds advanced degrees in systems engineering and business administration, and is currently pursuing a Master of Science in Legal Studies at Cornell. She's also a triathlete, a rugby player, and a world traveler. So she definitely knows a thing or two about endurance. So without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to Erin.
Good morning, everyone. One more time, good morning, everyone. There we go. I'm so excited to be leading the countdown round for the MathCounts National Competition here in Orlando. This year's superhero theme feels perfect because I truly believe math is one of the greatest superpowers you can have. It helps you understand the world, solve big challenges, and sometimes even save the day. In my job in aerospace, math is everywhere. I help lead the teams that build the radios pilots use inside of airplanes. So if anybody took an airplane to get here, it's likely something I've worked on was in the cockpit helping you. The pilots know their flight paths, navigation, weather in front of them, and all the information to fly safely because of the work that I do at Collins Aerospace and RTX business. When you're in the sky, you don't want guesswork. It needs to work every single time, all the time. So we use math to make sure those displays and radios are reliable, precise, and ready for anything. It's a bit like giving pilots their own superhero tools. Earlier in my career, I worked on aircraft fire extinguisher systems. That meant making sure these systems activated at the right moment and released the perfect amount of pressure to put out fires and keep everyone safe. Think of it like designing a gadget for a superhero suit, just like Iron Man. Everything has to work perfectly, and that's what makes math possible. Math is what makes that possible. One of the coolest experiences I've had, I have to say, is I got to wear a next generation fighter jet helmet. It felt like slipping something straight out of a high-tech superhero movie. And behind all that high-tech gear I got to wear, you guessed it, math, physics, and engineering make it real. Here's the secret I want to share with you, though, if I can do that. The most important part of my job isn't actually the math. It's the things you're learning here, the teamwork you're building with your teammates during the written competition, the ability to communicate throughout, and it's the people you get to see every day. I lead teams, mentor engineers, help students learn, and support programs that help students, just like this one. I get to help students discover how fun and powerful STEM can be in their daily lives. Outside of work, I mentor and coach FIRST Robotics teams because I love seeing young people dive into challenges, take risks, and grow confidence through problem solving. That's why being here today is so special, because I know all of you are doing the same. You've already shown that you can think critically, stay calm under pressure, and push yourselves to understand something incredibly deeply. Those are the exact skills that will help you succeed, not just today at this competition, but in college and for the rest of your life. The best part, though, is that math can take you anywhere. It can take you into space, into robotics, into medicine, entertainment, sports, even law, anywhere you want to go. Whether I'm building displays for aircraft, designing better ways to manufacture things, learning the biomechanics and the physics behind being a better rugby player on the field with my teammates, math shows up in ways you might not expect. So, as we head into the countdown around your own superhero arena, I hope you all remember this. Your math skills are powerful. They can help you solve real problems, build incredible things, and make the world just a little bit better every single day. Let's give a huge round of applause for our amazing mathletes today. I am so excited about the joy and the spirit you've had today so far, and I'm excited to carry that into the countdown round competition. Let's welcome to the stage our 12 countdown round participants. We'll take a quick group photo. Awesome. Now, let's get right to it. Thank you, everybody. All right. First thing I want to do is everybody take a deep breath as we get started. The countdown round is a single elimination bracket tournament where the top 4 seeds have a bye in the first round. I will read a question while it's being projected on the monitor in front of our students and also on the large screen for the audience. Should I misspeak when reading a problem, the problem showing on the students' monitors and the audience screen will be considered the official problem. Students will have 45 seconds to solve the problem after it appears on the monitor. There will be a green 45-second timer bar visible at the top of the screen. The timer bar will change to yellow when there are 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Competitors, once you've solved the problem, press your buzzer. I will call on the first person who presses the buzzer to announce their answer. Do not announce your answer until I have called on you. If you announce your answer without buzzing in, your answer will not be recognized until you buzz in. So super important, press your buzzer. I'll call on you to announce your answer. Once I call on you, you have 3 seconds to complete your answer. Your opponent may continue working while you're answering the question. If you answer incorrectly, your opponent will have the remainder of the 45 seconds to buzz in and answer the question. Whoever answers the most out of 5 questions correctly, not necessarily 3 out of 5, however, will win the matchup and progress to the next round. Should the score be tied after 5 questions, then we begin the sudden victory procedure, meaning the next student to answer a question correctly in the matchup will win the matchup. Ready? Good luck to each of you, and let's get started with our first matchup. The first pair of students to compete will be our 8th and 9th place finalists, as announced earlier. So James Stewart and Jonathan Yu, please make your way to the competitors' table. Awesome. So James, please tell everyone your school and what grade you're in.
I'm James. I'm in 7th grade, and I go to Evergreen Preparatory.
Awesome. Thank you. Could you press your buzzer for me so we make sure it works? Fabulous. Thank you very much. James, we asked which superhero you relate to the most, and you said the real-life version of Spider-Man. Can you tell me who that is?
Alex Honnold.
He's the rock climber, right, from Free Solo?
Yeah, he free soloed Taipei 101.
Which is incredible. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. And Jonathan, could you please tell everyone your school and what grade you're in?
I'm from Davidson Academy. I'm in 6th grade.
Awesome. I know one of your hobbies is origami. Do you have a favorite piece of origami that you've made?
No.
Not a favorite? Do you have a coolest one you've ever made?
But no.
Okay, okay. Origami is not my strong suit, so I understand. Awesome. Let me flip my page here. Okay, are you both ready to get started in our first round of the countdown round? Oh, Jonathan, could you test your buzzer for me to make sure it works?
What? Okay.
Awesome. Thank you very much. All right, so we are ready to get started with round one. In question number 1, the first question is, what is the units digit? Yes, James.
5.
That is correct. Congratulations. And Jonathan, if you're looking for it, the question will show up in the monitor that's right in front of you as well. Okay, that means the score is 1-0 to James as we move on to question number 2. Question number 2 is, what real number x satisfies 8 to the x power equals 4 to the x plus 1 power? Yes, Jonathan.
3.
That is correct. Congratulations. The answer is 3, and now the score is tied up in our first round here as we move to question number 3. The question is, the area of a particular rhombus with integer side lengths is, yes, James?
68.
That is correct. The answer is 68 centimeters. That puts James in the lead 2-1 as we move on to question number 4. The question is, what is the sum of the three-digit positive integers whose digits sum to 26? Jonathan.
2886.
That is correct. The answer is 2,886, and now we are tied up 2-2 for question number 5. The question is, 2 positive integers each have 2 digits, and 3 of those 4 total digits are identical. What is the least possible value of, yes, James?
98 over 99.
That is incorrect. 3 of those 4 total digits are identical. What is the least possible value of the quotient? Yep, Jonathan?
11 over 91.
That is correct. This means Jonathan Yu is our winner of our first round. Congratulations. You can head back to your seats. Thank you so much. We'll move on to our next round of the countdown round competition. This means our 5th seed is Brandon Nee, and our 12th seed is Derek Chen. If you want to come take your seats, please. Awesome. Brandon, could you introduce yourself and tell us what middle school you're from?
Okay, I'm Brandon Nee from Jonas Clark Middle School, and I'm in 8th grade.
Thank you. Could you test your buzzer for me, please? Thank you. And I heard something unique about you is that you like cold weather, but spicy food. Do you eat spicy food to protect yourself from the cold weather, or do you like those things independently of each other?
I more enjoy those independently.
You like them independently?
I don't use, I'll probably, if I'm eating spicy food, I'll probably be inside.
Could you maybe speak a little bit closer into your microphone?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, if I'm inside, if I'm eating spicy food, I'll probably be inside where the cold doesn't really matter.
Not gonna eat spicy food while building a snowman?
Oh,
Understand.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Me either. And Derek, welcome. Could you introduce yourself and tell us what middle school you're from?
I'm Derek. I'm in 8th grade, and I go to Horseman School in
Thank
New
you.
York.
Could you test your buzzer for me, please? Awesome. Derek, I heard you have a talent for memorizing things, and that's include 100 digits of pi, the periodic table, and every country in the world. Are you working on anything new?
Not recently.
Not yet?
I've been focusing on the math counts.
Understood. Understood. Totally makes sense to me. Well, with that, are you both ready to get started?
Yes.
I'll take that as a yes. We'll get started with question number 1. The question is, Luis wants to paint each of the 5 distinguishable walls of his kitchen. Each wall must be a single color, either orange, pink, or white, and each pair of adjacent walls must be different colors. Subject to these conditions, in how many different ways could Luis choose the colors for his kitchen walls? Yes, Brandon.
18.
That is incorrect. Derek.
10?
That is also incorrect. The answer is 30. And so we'll move on to our next question.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I forgot to multiply by 3.
Oh my god.
I messed up with
All right, question number 2. The question is, if x and y are real numbers for which x plus y equals 3 and x squared minus y squared equals 18, what is the value of 1 over x plus 1 over y? Brandon.
-4/9.
That is correct. Brandon takes the first answer with -4/9, and he now leads 1-0 as we move to question number 3. The question is, in this figure, the ratio of the area of the shaded... Brandon.
5.
That is correct. The answer is 5, and that puts Brandon up 2-0 as we move to question number 4. The question is, if x pound y equals x to the y power minus y to the x power, then what is 4 pound 3 pound 3 pound 2? Derek.
-18.
That is correct. Correct answer was -18, as we move into question number 5 with the score 2-1. The question is, Nicholas is watching anime episodes. For each episode, he starts watching at a random time within the first 6 minutes and stops watching. Brandon.
240.
That is correct. And what that means, with the correct answer of 240 minutes, Brandon is our winner of our second round. We'll move in to round number 3 with Justin and Max as our competitors here. You could join us at the table. Awesome, and we'll start with Justin, if you're ready. Could you introduce yourself and tell us what middle school you're from? And your buzzer already works, you are ahead of the game here.
I'm Justin, I'm in 8th grade, and I'm from Miller.
Welcome. I heard there's a particular brand of soda that you really, really love. Can you tell us what it is and what makes it the perfect drink?
So it's like blood orange from Trader Joe's. I just like it.
I love a good Trader Joe's grocery run. That is my favorite place to get all my groceries, so I understand the good snacks. All right, we tested your buzzers, so we're good there. Max, could you introduce yourself and tell us what school you're from?
Hello, I'm Max Wang. I'm in 7th grade, and I go to Wellesley Middle School.
Awesome, thank you. You said the superhero you relate to most is someone who loves solving problems and figuring out how the world works. Who did you pick, and why do you relate to them?
Wait, did I pick Isaac Newton?
You did.
Yay! At least I did not forget.
Why do you relate to Isaac Newton the most?
Because we're like both interested in math.
Absolutely, this is a great reason. I like it. Can you check your buzzer for me, please, so we make sure it works? Awesome. Thank you, Max. All right, we are ready to get started with round number 3 and question 1. The question is, a perfect hemisphere of ice cream sits on a perfect cone, and both have the same radius. When the ice cream melts without changing volume, it fills the cone to a point 3/4 of the way from the tip to the top along the height of the cone. If the cone has radius r and height h, what is the value of h over r? Max.
1/4.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
What is the value of h over r? Express your answer as a common fraction. Justin.
64 over 9.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is 128 over 27. So the score is 0-0 as we move to question number 2. The question is, if n is a positive integer such that n plus 1 times n squared plus 1 equals 585, what is the value of n? Justin.
8.
That is correct. The answer is 8. And it is 1-0 as we move to question number 3. The question is, what is the coefficient of x cubed? Max.
20.
That is incorrect. What is the coefficient of x cubed in the expansion of x minus 2 over x to the 5th power? Justin.
-10.
That is correct. Justin is up 2-0 as we move to question number 4. Question is, 24 students in a classroom are split into 2 disjoint groups so that each student belongs to exactly one of the groups. If the product of the numbers of the students in the 2 groups, Justin.
240.
That is incorrect. If the product of the number of the students in the 2 groups ends in 5, what is the sum of the 2 possible values of this product? Max.
230.
230 is correct. Justin, you were close. All right. The score is 2-1 as we move on to question number 5 of this round. Will it be the last one or will we go to sudden victory? The question is, Marcus is thinking of a positive 4-digit integer that is a palindrome with a digit sum of 8. Justin.
4.
That is correct. That means Justin is the winner of round 3. Congratulations. We will move on to our next round of the countdown competition, and our competitors are Shaheem Samsudeen and Sophia Chen. Welcome to the stage. Shaheem, could you introduce yourself? Tell us what middle school you're from, please.
I'm Shaheem Samsudeen, and I'm an 8th grader at Rice Middle School in Plano, Texas.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Could you test your buzzer for me? Fabulous. I heard one of your hobbies is watching YouTube. Since we're live on YouTube right now, is there anything you want to say to yourself so you can watch the stream later?
I don't know.
I don't know. I like it. I like it. I was going to go with like, hi, Mom, so I like it. All right, Sophia, could you introduce yourself and tell us what middle school you're from?
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm in 8th grade and I go to Davidson Academy online.
Fabulous, thank you. I heard that the superhero name you picked for yourself is Terraformer, because you would specialize in destroying natural ecosystems on other planets to make them hospitable for humans. Have you picked a specific planet as the first one you would terraform?
Not really. Maybe like Venus because it's the closest.
Venus, because I like it. That's a good one. It'll be interesting because it's gaseous. Could you test your buzzer for me, please, Sophia? It sounds like everything is working. Are you ready to start? Awesome. All right, we'll start with question number 1 of this round. The question is, how many subsets of the set 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, Sophia?
56.
That is incorrect. How many subsets of the numbers I had already said contain at least one multiple of 3 or 5? Shaheem.
120.
That is correct. The answer is 120. Shaheem is up 1 as we move on to question number 2 of this round. The question is, let R, Shaheem.
6.
That is correct. The correct answer is 6 to the question I just started reading. That puts Shaheem up 2-0 in this round as we move to question number 3. The question is, what is the units digit of 2 squared plus 4 to the 4th power plus 6 to the 6th power plus 8 to the 8th power and so on to reach 2026 to the 2000, yes, Sophia?
6.
That is incorrect. To the 2026th power. Shaheem.
8.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is 0. So no change in our score. It is still 2-0 to Shaheem as we move on to question number 4 of this round. The question is, let a star b equal the square root of a squared minus b squared. Shaheem.
34.
Correct. That means Shaheem is the winner of round 4 of the countdown round. Awesome. We have now advanced to our quarterfinals here. And this will put our first seed, Dylan Wang, against our 9th seed, Jonathan Yu. Can you both come to the table, please? As a reminder, that was the end of our first round matchups. This will be the beginning of our quarterfinals. The rules for the quarterfinals will remain the same. Here we go. The first pair of students to compete will be Dylan Wang, the first seed in the countdown round, against Jonathan Yu, our 9th seed. Dylan, can you please tell us what school you go to and what grade you're in?
My name is Dylan. I go to Bullis Charter School, and I'm in 8th grade.
Fabulous. You said your superhero name would be Dylan, because thinking of new names wouldn't be one of your superpowers. What would your superpowers be?
I don't know, like teleportation or something like that.
Teleportation's a good one. I like it. The problem is I work on airplanes, so you wouldn't need me anymore. Can you test your buzzer for me, please? Fabulous. And then Jonathan, can you test your buzzer as well? Thank you. That means we are ready to get started in round number 5. Question one is, for what positive integer b is the base b integer, 35 base b? Jonathan?
13.
That is correct. That puts Jonathan up 1 in our first round of the quarterfinals. Question two is, one number is chosen at random from the set 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dylan?
3/4.
That is correct. 3/4 is the correct answer. And we are tied 1-1 as we move to question number 3. This question is, all of the digits in 2 consecutive positive integers, both less than 100, sum to 9. What is the sum of the 5 possible sums of the 2 integers? Dylan?
225.
That is correct. That puts Dylan up 2-1 with a correct answer of 225 as we move on to question number 4. The next question is, Jeff makes a New Year's resolution to read 5 more books. Dylan?
390.
That is correct. What that means with a correct answer of 390 books is that Dylan Wang is our first quarterfinal winner, and we can head off the stage that way. Congratulations. All right, we are ready to start our next round of the quarterfinals. This will put our number 4 seed, Arnie Vunham, against our 5th seed, Brandon Nee. If you can come join us on stage.
My bad.
Awesome. And Arnie, this is the first time we're meeting you. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what middle school you go to?
My name is Arnav. That was my nickname. I live in Michigan. I go to Novi Middle School.
Awesome. And I heard one of your favorite things to do is travel to new places. Do you have a favorite place you've traveled to?
India, because my family's there.
Amazing. I always love visiting family. Thank you for sharing. Could you test your buzzer for me, please? Thank you. And then, Brandon, could you test your buzzer as well? Perfect. It looks like Brandon's buzzer might be coming a little bit untaped, if I could get a little bit of help with that one. I just don't want it to slide down for you. With a quick technical difficulty, we'll give it a quick pause until we get everything reset. All right, are you both ready to get started with this round? Okay, we'll get started with question number 1. The question is, if x squared plus y squared, Arnie?
20.
That is correct. Congratulations. That puts Arnie up 1-0 in this round of the quarterfinals as we go to question number 2. The question is, square ABCD, Arnie?
13.
Could you repeat that for me, please?
13.
Correct. The answer is 13 feet. Arnie, could you move your mic a little bit more towards your mouth for me, please? Could you move your microphone just a little bit? Perfect. Thank you. We'll move on to question number 3 of this round. The question is, a volleyball team has 12 girls, 2 named Alexis, 2 named Malia, 2 named Lavanya, 1 named Jocelyn. Brandon.
8/11.
That is correct. 8/11 is the correct answer. That puts us at 2-1 in this round as we move to question number 4. The question is, Allie and Austin are building chairs. Arnie.
12.
That is correct. 12 is the correct answer, which means Arnie is our winner of this round. We'll move on to round number 7. So that is our 6th seed, Justin Kim, against our third seed, Adwaith Joshi. Welcome to the stage.
Hello.
Justin, welcome back. Could you test your buzzer, please? Fabulous. And Adwaith, this is the first time we're meeting you. Could you introduce yourself and tell us what middle school we're from?
I'm Adwaith Joshi from Heritage Middle School, 8th grade.
Thank you so much. Not only is this your 3rd time competing in the national competition, which is an amazing feat in and of itself, but this is your 3rd time as a countdown round participant. What's your secret to making it here every year?
Solving the problems.
I love it. And solving them correctly. That's important. All right. Adwaith, could you test your buzzer, please?
Is it fine if I keep it here?
Fabulous. Thank you. We'll get started with question number 1. Question number 1 is, what is the least positive integer c for which 720 c squared equals d3 for some positive Adwaith?
90?
That is correct. On the screen. I'm getting a Bluetooth pairing request on the screen. Oh, it's gone. Never mind. Solved. That puts Adwaith up 1-0 in this round as we move to question number 2. All right, the question is, Jane takes the 1,000th prime, 7,919, and subtracts 1,000 to get 6,919. What is the least prime factor of Jane's number? Adwaith.
11?
That is correct. The correct answer is 11. That puts us up 2-0 in round 7. As we move to question number 3, the question is, all possible 3-digit positive integers that can be formed using each of the digits 1, 2, and 3 exactly once are added. When the result is divided by 11, Adwaith.
366?
That is incorrect. When the result is divided by 11, the quotient is A and the remainder is B. What is the value of A plus B? Justin.
122.
That is correct. 122.
Yeah.
That puts Adwaith in the lead with 2, but Justin coming back with 1 as we move to question number 4, which is, 15 philosophers meet up to share their theories. At the beginning, they break into groups of 3, shake the hands of the others. Adwaith.
30?
That is incorrect. At the beginning, they break into groups of 3, shake the hands of the others in their group, and discuss. At the end, each philosopher shakes hands with one person from each group they weren't in, then leaves. How many handshakes occur at the meeting? Justin.
45.
45 is the correct answer. Number of handshakes. What an exciting round. We are tied 2-2 in this one, going to question number 5. The question is, quadrilateral math is shown as a rectangle with AM equals 10 meters. Points C and N are on sides AT and MH, respectively, such that segment MC is perpendicular to diagonal AH and AC equals NH equals 4 meters. What is the area of quadrilateral MCTN in square meters? Adwaith.
100.
That is incorrect. And we are out of time on that question. The correct answer was 210 meters squared. And with that, we are moving into sudden victory. So the next contestant that answers a question correctly wins this round and advances to the semifinals. The next question is, there are 8 students in a class, 4 of whom are boys and 4 of whom are girls. If a committee of 3 students is randomly chosen from the class, Justin.
6/7.
That is correct. 6/7 is the correct answer. That means Justin is our first semifinalist of the countdown round. All right. We'll move into round number 8. Our competitors here are Shahim Samsudin, who we've met before, and then Alexander Zavronos, who is our number 2 seed, if you can join us at the table. And Shahim, we've met you before. Could you test your buzzer for me, please? Fabulous. Alexander, could you introduce yourself and tell us what middle school you're from?
I'm Alexander. I'm in 8th grade, and I go to Mathema Academy.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I heard that your everyday superpower is coming up with new days of the week. Weekends are too short, in my opinion. We're going to fix that right now by adding a new day. What would you call it?
2.
2?
Yeah.
One Tuesday isn't enough? We have another one? I like it. Could you test your buzzer, please? Awesome. That means we are ready to get started with round number 8 of the quarterfinals and the countdown round. Question number 1 is, there are 8 students in class. Oh, I already read this one.
13.
Alexander, yep. 13 is the correct answer. That puts Alexander up 1 in this quarterfinal round as we move to question number 2. The question is, 3 fair 8-sided dice, each with sides numbered from 1 to 8, are rolled. Alexander.
3/128.
That is incorrect. Our sides are numbered from 1 to 8, are rolled. What is the probability that the sum of the 3 dice is 6? Express your answer as a common fraction. Shahim.
5/256.
That is correct. 5/256. We are tied 1-1 as we move to question number 3. The question is, what is the arithmetic mean of all prime factors of 1,000? Alexander.
19.
That is correct. 19. So Alexander is up 2-1 in this round as we go to question number 4. The question is, a hat contains slips of paper labeled with a positive, Alexander.
1/4.
That is correct. 1/4. That means Alexander is our winner of this countdown round. All right, we have now reached the semifinals with only 4 students remaining with a chance to become the national champion. Before we find out who the national champion is, we want to give each of the countdown round participants their moment to be recognized for their incredible accomplishments today and yesterday. Trish, Carrie, and Damien will help present trophies to these amazing competitors and plaques to their coaches. Awesome. So we will start by congratulating our first round countdown round participants. Our 10th seed, Sophia Chen, with Coach Lucas Harmon. Our 11th seed, Max Wang, with Coach Josh Frost. Our 8th seed, James Stewart, with Coach Allison Hicks. And our 12th seed, Derek Chen, with Coach Joanna Cinquagrana. And now, join me in congratulating our countdown round quarterfinalists. We'll give them a second to get set up. Our first quarterfinalist is Shaheem Samsadine, our 7th seed, with Coach Allison Hicks. Next is Adwaith Zoshi with Coach Shreya Sadagopan. Next to be recognized is Brandon Nee with Coach Josh Frost. And then it's Jonathan Yu with Coach Kyle Sadanagua. Fabulous. And then there were 4 remaining contestants. Welcome to the semifinals. For the rest of the competition, our rules will change just slightly. From this point on, to win a round, our mathletes will have to answer 4 questions correctly. Now, on to our first match of the semifinals. Our first contestants will be Dylan Wong and Arnie Bunham, our 1st seed and our 4th seed. Please come to the table.
Oh. Sorry, good luck.
Welcome back, both of you, to the table. Dylan, could you test your buzzer for me? Fabulous. Arnie, same thing. Test your buzzer. Thank you very much. Are you both ready to get started? No. Okay. Arnav, could you move your mic a little? Thank you. Perfect. We are ready to get started with question number 1. The question is, what is the area in square centimeters of the triangle shown? Express your answer to the nearest integer. Dylan.
273.
273 centimeters squared is the correct answer.
Oh, 300. Oh, I see shit.
Dylan takes an early lead in our first semifinal round as we go to question number 2. The question is, the product of two integers is 4 times the sum of the two integers. What is the sum of all possible distinct values of the absolute difference between the two integers? Arnie.
21.
That is correct. 21 is the correct answer. We are tied as we move on to the next question. The question is, for two integers m and n, with m less than n, consider the following list: m squared, m plus 1 squared, m plus 2 squared, and so on through n squared. If n is greater, Arnie.
0.
That is incorrect. If n is greater than 2026 and the list has a unique mode, Dylan.
-1.
That is correct. -1 is the correct answer.
Good job. Go on, so close.
Dylan has now taken the lead 2-1 in this round as we move to the next question. The question is, what is the absolute difference? Arnie.
29.
That is correct. Super quick on that one with a correct answer.
I didn't solve it, I just noticed it like...
We are tied 2-2 here in this round as we move to the next question. The question is, what is the sum of all... Arnie.
162.
That is correct, 162. Wow.
Back to the 10 and then I added them all to multiply by 9.
This is incredible with 3-2 to Arnie is our current score. Next question. The question is, if a to the 4th power, Arnie.
9.
Correct. Wow. What an exciting round with lightning fast answers from our competitors here. That means Arnie is the round winner and our first finalist as we move on to our next semifinals round. Our two competitors here are our 2 seed, Alexander Zavronos, and our 6 seed, Justin Kim. All right, so we've met you both before, but Justin, could you test your buzzer first, please? Thank you. Alexander, can you test yours? Fabulous. Thank you so much. That means we are ready to get started in this round. The first question is, Annabella calculates the probability of rolling a sum of k. Justin.
14.
That is correct. 14 is the answer. Justin, with the first correct answer, puts him up 1-0 in this round as we move on to the next question. The question is, what is the remainder? Alexander.
2.
Correct. 2 is the correct answer. How spectacular is this with an early tie as we move forward to our next question? The question is, the base 10 positive integer n ends in the digits 26 in base 26. What is the sum of the possible values of n that are at most 2026? Justin.
2,202.
Correct. The answer is 2,202. Score is 2-1 to Justin as we move to the next question. The question is, How many permutations of the word math counts have exactly one letter between the two T's? Justin.
40,320.
That is incorrect. Alexander.
322560.
322560 is the correct answer. We are matching each other. We are 2 for 2 this round. As we move to the next question, the question is, what is the least 3-digit number that can be written as the product? Alexander.
110.
That is correct. 110 is the correct answer. All right, and as a reminder, it's the first one to 4 correct answers here as we move to our next question. The question is, what is the value of the square root? Justin.
20.
Correct. 20 is the correct answer. All right, we are at 3-3, so the next correct answer will define who our second finalist is. The next question is, what is the maximum value? Alexander.
-1.
That is incorrect. What is the maximum value of x plus y minus x times y over all positive integers x, y? Justin.
1.
That is correct. That means Justin is our round winner and our second finalist of our countdown round. All right, are we ready for our finals? All right, we are now in the final round of the competition. The winner of this round will be the 2026 national champion. So let me ask again, are you ready for the finals?
Yeah!
Amazing. So, our 2 finalists who will be competing for this honor are our number 4 seed, Arnie Bunham from Michigan, and our number 6 seed, Justin Kim from California. All right, you've both been here before, you know the drill. Justin, could you test your buzzer, please? Fabulous. Arnie, can you test yours? Thank you very much. Are you both ready to get started? Awesome. All right, we will move to our first question. A frustrum is a 3-dimensional solid formed by cutting a cone through a plane parallel to its base. Arnie.
220.
That is incorrect. By cutting a cone through a plane parallel to its base and discarding the smaller cone formed by the cut. The frustum shown is cut from a cone made of homogeneous material, and the mass of the discarded cone is 500 grams. What is the mass of the frustum in grams? Justin.
364.
364 is correct. The rules are the same as the semifinals here. It's the first one to 4 correct answers. So we'll move on to our next question with Justin in the lead, 1-0. The next question is, how many zeros? Arnie.
38.
That is incorrect. How many zeros are at the end of the number 20 factorial times 21 factorial times 22 factorial, and so on to 26 factorial? Justin.
32.
32 is correct.
Good job.
Justin is up 2-0. Our next question is, a honeycomb is a pattern of non-overlapping congruent regular hexagons with unit side lengths arranged so that each vertex is shared by 3 hexagons and the plane is completely tiled. A circle of radius 2 is centered on a vertex of the honeycomb. How many hexagons? Arnie.
7.
That is incorrect. A circle of radius 2 is centered on a vertex of the honeycomb. How many hexagons overlap? How many hexagons in the honeycomb overlap with the interior of the circle? Justin.
12.
That is correct. The answer is 12. All right. It is time to find out, can Arnie make a comeback or Justin move to 4-0 or 3-0 right now as we move to our next question? The question is, McDonald Farm is home to chickens and cows. The current ratio of beaks to legs is 1-3. If 25 cows are added, the ratio of beaks to eyes becomes 1-3. What is the new ratio of beaks to legs? Express your answer as a common fraction. Arnie.
3/11.
That is incorrect.
Yeah. I meant to say.
And we're out of time on that question, so we'll move on to our next one. Score is still 3-0. All right. The question is, to the nearest whole number, what is the absolute difference between the mean and median of a list with 20 copies of 20 and 26 copies of 26? Arnie.
51/23.
That is incorrect. Justin.
3.
That is correct, which means Justin Kim is the 2026 RTX MATHCOUNTS National Champion. We have Trish, Carrie, and Damien back to the stage to present trophies to our mathletes. Our 2 countdown round semifinalists, each of whom will receive a $3,000 college scholarship, are Dylan Wong and Coach Monica Menelescu, our first seed, and Alexander Zavronos, and Coach Megan Williams. $2,500 college scholarship is Arnie Bunham with Coach Rachel Kang. And this year's Math Counts National Champion, the recipient of the $20,000 Donald G. Weinert College Scholarship, is Justin Kim from California with Coach Monica Menelescu. Shout out to the entire Math Counts team who's put so much work into this, and congratulations to all 224 of our Mathletes. Give yourselves a round of applause. I know there's a party everyone's been waiting for, so this concludes this morning's program. We look forward to seeing many of you back here at 6 p.m. for the party this evening. Thank you all so much.